Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744. And today, guys, I want to do my most disappointing players of this season. These are players that, while are not the worst of the big teams, they have been the most underperforming. They have not performed at the level we expect them to. And so I want to go ahead and talk about these players. And I'm sure there will be some players. I'm sure this will cause some controversy. There will be some players that I'm including here. You may be surprised. There will be some players that I didn't include that you're surprised that I should have been there. That's the beauty with you guys. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Remember, guys, this is just my opinion at the end of the day, so don't get too mad at me. But like I said, guys, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So let's start with goalkeeper, guys. Goalkeeper for me was a very difficult one. But I made my decision, and this might surprise a lot of people here, but I'm actually going with Manuel Neuer for this one. And the reason why I'm going with Manuel Neuer for me for this one is because he's made high-profile mistakes in the big games this season, and it's not just one; it's been multiple. Look at the Bayern game. Sorry, look at the Aston Villa game. Look at the Barca game. Look at the Bayern Leverkusen game. These are three games that have been big for Bayern this season that I feel like Neuer's made mistakes in. I also feel like Neuer for me this season just doesn't look as good as before. And right now he's currently injured, so Neuer's season's probably done. Neuer's season's probably done. So I think for Bayern, this will probably be his last season at Bayern, and I do think he should retire on high. So I was contemplating on putting Ederson. Ederson was one I was thinking about putting, but I feel like he hasn't made as many mistakes as Neuer this season, which is why I didn't put Ederson on this one. Left back, I'm gonna go with Farlamendi. Um, I feel like he's been the weak link of Real Madrid defensively this season, and I feel like he's just not been great. He's not been great so far this season. There's a reason why I think Carlos actually is preferring to use Camavinga as a left back over Farlamendi, just because of how bad Farlamendi's been. Defensively, just doesn't look as good. Offensively, we already know he's been bad, and yeah. Other this honorable mentions, I was thinking about putting Alejandro Balde. I was contemplating putting Balde. I was also contemplating putting Josko Vardiol. But I didn't. I didn't pick these two because Balde for me, I feel like he's still not been that bad, so he's not been a liability for us, which is why I didn't put. And Vardiol, as bad defensively he's been, he's still City's second highest goal scorer. So you know, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Plus, he's playing out of position. He's not traditionally a left back. He's traditionally a center back. So I'll give Lamendi the out. Center backs. For me, I'm gonna go with Lozano Martinez and Dillett. I was thinking about putting someone else, but I feel like because of this too, I just feel like United for me this season defensively don't look great. Lissandro Delitt, I feel like they haven't been great. They've conceded a lot of goals, and we had high expectations for them this season. A lot of people are saying that Lissandro Delitt probably the best center back partnership in the league. The Ajax connection, they would do really well here. And so far, it's really not been the case. It's really not been the case. I feel like these two have not been great, especially Lissandro Martinez. I actually think Delitt's been better than Lissandro this season. Um, but Delitt just hasn't even himself been that great. I've been seeing a lot of set piece goals in particular, clumsy mistakes, stupid errors, and yeah, I feel like these two for me have to go together. I was thinking about putting Romero in this one, but he's been injured for a large part, so I don't want to put Romero there. And yeah, I couldn't really think of any other center backs to be honest with you guys, so I decided to go with these two. Right back for me, without a doubt, has to go to Kyle Walker. Walker for me this season, he's been awful. He's been really trash. He's been garbage. And Walker probably needs to retire at the end of the season for Manchester City. Was there any of the right backs I was considering? I was thinking about maybe putting Diego Dalot. I was thinking about putting him, but yeah, I couldn't think of anyone else, so decided to go with Walker instead. CDM, I'm going to go with Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong for me not been good so far this season. He's been very mid. He's gone to the bench, and I know he's injured for a large part of the season, the beginning, like the first 2 months, but ever since he's been fit, we haven't used him as a starter. I don't think he started for us. And every time he's come on, we have conceded goals with him. So yeah, De Jong for me is a liability, and we need to sell him. We need to sell him in the summer. Another center mid I'm going to go with the four is Bruno Fernandes. I think Bruno Fernandes for me this season just hasn't been great. He's been very underwhelming. Manchester United in general this season have not been great. So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that Bruno's in here. And I just feel like he's not been great so far this season. It's just been underwhelming. Other center mid I'm going to go with is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva for me this season just has not been great. He's been very underwhelming, very mid. I was thinking about putting Ilkay Gundogan, but I think it's age tax with him. So, maybe I, I was thinking about putting Gundogan, but I decided, you know what, it's probably age. So, yeah, I would say these three are probably the most disappointing. And yeah, I'm trying to think what other players. I was thinking maybe putting Douglas Luiz, Coop Miners, but these two guys have just joined this summer, so I'm not going to be too harsh. But these three players are experienced and have been here for a while now, so I feel like you can't give them any excuses. Um, right winger for me, it's got to be Phil Foden. Phil Foden for me has been awful this season. I believe he's only got 2 goals this season. Sorry, 3 goals this season. Two of which in the Champions League, and he finally scored his first Premier League goal against Aston Villa. So very sad. And it was the era as well. I was thinking about putting Garnacho, but I think Foden's been worse than Garnacho. I think Foden's been more underwhelming than Garnacho this season. Striker, for me, it's got to be Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez has just been not been great so far this season. I'm not sure what's up with Lautaro this season. He's been very underwhelming, not been great. And yeah, Lautaro for me has to make the 11. On the left winger, it has to be Kylian Mbappe. Now, I will say this though. Mbappe's not been that bad, but he's not been as good as we thought he would be. We thought he would destroy La Liga. We thought he'd be scoring so many goals. We thought he was stat pad, and he's not yet done that. Although to be fair, he's had an okay season. He's had an okay season, but for the standards we have, we expect so much better. So there you have it, guys. That is my 11. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys agree with my picks? Do you guys disagree? I'm gonna go through your guys' comments, and it's gonna be interesting to see what you guys say. So, guys, like and subscribe, and peace out.